Good morning, children. Welcome back with the next new session. So, in this session, we are going to discuss a fresh new topic from 7th standard textbook. So, today the lesson what we are going to start is lesson number 16, Making of Laws in the State Assembly. Making of Laws in the State Assembly. If you could relate to the previous lesson, you could easily understand this lesson very well. Okay, then what we are going to discuss in this lesson is we are going to discuss about the laws, why it is made in our country, and that too especially in the state assemblies. We are going to talk about the people like MLAs. We are going to talk about how the government is formed in this part of the lesson. Okay, so in today's session we are going to specially talk about why the laws are to be made, and how what are the procedure for the voting, that means the election procedure, as well as we are going to talk about how a person can be contest as an MLA. Okay, so then firstly, when we were under the rule of Britishers since 70 to 73 years, it is been now that we have got independence, we got freedom from the Britishers. Okay, the problem what we faced from the Britishers was the government that they was complete their British government. There were no Indian political party, there were no Indian national ruler who was no Indian national political person or a party is ruling the country. The some other neighboring country, or maybe you can say as like Mughals have the neighboring countries, and some they have come from neighboring country, and some other like Britishers have come from England. Okay, so these people are foreigners to our country, and they have come to our country, ruled our country, drained all the resources from our country. Drained means what? Just took everything from our country, whatever the wealth, raw materials, everything they have taken, and they have taken back to their country. And this is how we have lost a lot of wealth from our country also. Okay, and many people were inhumanly treated in those days. People were even beaten by the people. Okay, like Britishers have beaten them, treated them very badly. Inhuman treatment was also given. Okay, then this is all about Britishers. Now about the kings and the rulers that we had previously. Okay, so in those days they were monarchy kind of a government. Monarchy means mono means one, archy means rule. Mono means one, archy means rule. So there was only one person who is going to rule the kingdom. Okay, so this one person is going to take any kind of a decisions that will be applicable to everyone in the kingdom. That is applicable to the everyone in the kingdom. So this is called as monarchy kind of a government, where the king is going to take the decision. And in the monarchy kind of a government, so when the father dies, the next generation, the next successor is ready to sit in the throne of the king, isn't it? This is how the grandfather, next father, next generation son, next the grandsons, so on, they are ready, generations to generations, they are ready to settle down in the seats of the kingdom, isn't it? So what is happening here is any common person is going to get a chance to be a member of the kingdom, like be a king of the kingdom? Definitely no. So to avoid such problems, only to avoid the problems that the Britishers have created among us, that means the inequalities problem that the Britishers have created. Okay, next the monarchy kind of a government, just to overcome all these problems, we Indians, after the attaining of independence in the year of 1947, we started framing our own democratic government. We Indians started framing our own democratic government. Now what democratic government explains is, it says that normal people or a common people can choose their elected representative. So previously the Britishers have created the inequalities like caste and creed, rich and poor, educated, non-educated. Okay, about the race means the skin color, the gender inequalities, all these inequalities are created by the Britishers. And some of the Hindu traditions also, like women cannot participate, or women should not have a lot of power. So all these things are already been faced by the people in those days. Just to overcome all these problems, we have started a democratic government. Now once the democratic government has come, what happened is every person has given a chance to participate in elections. That means participate in putting the vote, whom they are going to put the vote, the person whom they like, that they are going to win, if they have a confidence that this person is going to win, so they are going to put their vote for that particular party or that particular person. Okay, so this is what happens in elections. Then when we talk about the parties, there are some group of people who form a party. Now, a party may be a group of people, or a party may be an independent party also. A party may be a group of people, or a party may be of independent party also. Now, independent party means what it has to do? They just have to complete their SSC as well as some of the qualifications what the law explains. Okay, then a person can be an independent party. Independent party means they can create their own party, okay, and contest means participate in the election. Okay, then other party is people, they can form a group and they can represent one party. For example, Congress or Bharatiya Janata Party. There is not one or two persons. They are group of people representing their name as Congress Party or Bharatiya Janata Party. If we talk about independent parties, okay, we'll say that independent parties like YSR, okay, TDP. So these are in the state levels. These are not into central levels. So central levels, Congress, BJP are all come under central levels. So state levels we can say that YSR Congress, okay, Janasena, and the TDP parties are the parties, they are belong to the state. So these are independent parties before the parties of BJP and Congress, isn't it? So they have their own support again. Now, here again in independent parties, there can be a group of people like YSR or TDP or Janasena, or they can be an individual person also, isn't it? They can be an independent person also. Now, so this is all about the parties. Then, we all know that a parliament, so all these people after getting number of votes, so where do they sit? So why do they fight? They just fight with each other. Fighting means not like beating or something. They fight, that means to earn the votes more from the public. So once they get more and more amount of votes, what they do? They win the elections, and finally they get a chance to sit in the parliament. So here in the parliament we have two houses, we all know that, isn't it? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. But in the previous classes we have discussed about the organs of the government. Do you remember them? Organs of the government. They are legislature, okay, judiciary and executive. Legislature, judiciary and executive. So legislature means making of laws. Now, legislative assembly. What legislative assembly do? Okay, they prepare laws that has to be followed by the country. They prepare the laws that has to be followed by the country or per particular state government, either by the central government and by the state government. Whatever the laws the legislative assembly make, they have to be followed by them. Now, so Andhra Pradesh has 175 members in the legislative assembly. 175 members, that means MLAs we have 175 members from Andhra Pradesh. Okay, that means we have chosen 175 members. Now how this number is increasing? See, there are some places like Uttar Pradesh and our Bihar and all, they have less number of these MLAs. Why it is like that? So depending on the area, depending on the number of population, the number of MLAs or number of constituencies come. Constituencies means the areas, number of areas, or depending on the population, depending on the area, depending on the big city or whatever it is, depending on that number of MLAs or number of MPs come out. Okay, then in Andhra Pradesh we have 175 members who are elected directly by the people like us. Then, so the time period for these people are 5 years. The time period for these people are 5 years. That means for every 5 years the elections are conducted. Now, if there is a problem or if there is any problem of the person to retire or person has dissolved, means passed away, so the person governor can change the other person, or any person has like 1 year after that he wants to leave or he has passed away, so the government has the power to change them. Okay, then assembly constituencies. What is assembly constituencies? You understood as legislative assemblies, no? That means number of people from one particular state. Okay, that means as I told, Andhra Pradesh is a state where it has 175 members of legislative assemblies. Then what is assembly constituencies? Now as I told that depending on the area, depending on the population, we can see number of constituencies. For example, I'll show you the map of Andhra Pradesh. So in the map of Andhra Pradesh, you can see that different places are divided into small parts. So these are different constituencies. So these are different constituencies. Then constituencies, the member of constituency in a state will depend on the population. Okay, so Andhra Pradesh has 1,70,000 of voters. So depending on the number of votes, depending on the number of population, the constituencies are divided. Depending on the number of population and depending on the area, the constituencies are divided. Then they get their names. Okay, for example, a person or a political party wants to participate in the elections. So what they have to do? They have to get their party name as well as their party symbol get from the election commission, isn't it? We have discussed all this also. They have to get the party symbol as well as they have to enroll their party name or register their party name with the election commission. So election commission is a board which gives the symbol, party symbol, and their party name is being registered. Okay, then a person who has attained 18 years of age is eligible to put a vote. Now when he or she is eligible to put a vote, it is their duty. Once they have finished the 18 years of age, it is their personal individual duty to go and enroll their names in the municipal office or the MRO office. They have to carry their SSC certificate, 12th certificate. Okay, necessarily SSC certificate is very much important. Then they can take their birth certificate, they can take their Aadhaar cards as latest. They have to take all these documents and they have to fill the application and they have to submit them. And in some days, election commission provides a voter ID card. So once the voter ID card is provided to the person, he or she on the day of election has to take the voter ID card, go there, put the vote, choose the person whom they wanted to rule the state or rule the state. So they have to put the vote, and after voting, they should not reveal what they have voted for. Okay, and they cannot discuss with any other people also. Then when the party is when this political party finish getting the political symbol and their name was registered by the election commission, it is the duty of the party members to provide their manifesto to the election commission. What is manifesto? Manifesto is a statement written there what kind of services they are going to provide if they are going to win. That means the promises that they are going to do once they win, so that it will help the people to understand, okay, so and so people, if we choose, so and so benefits or so and so welfare or the development will be brought to the state or brought to the country, isn't it? So manifesto is a statement that explains the services the political party or the political member is going to do after the winning. Okay, so this is all about the elections. Now, how can MLA be chosen? How can MLA be chosen? Now, a person who wants to be a MLA for the state, so what he has to do is, firstly he has to finish 25 years of age. He has to be 25 years of age and above. Then he should be a citizen of India. If he is not a citizen of India, he is not allowed to be a member. Okay, he should have he should enroll his name being he wanted to become he want to become a member of this legislative assembly. Okay, then, and he should also clearly show the manifesto that he is going to do and from which party he is going to stand for. If it is a TDP or if it is a YSR or Janasena, to which political party he belongs to, and he should also share the manifesto also. Okay, so this is how a person like an MLA gets contested. Okay, elections for the MLA are direct elections. That means we people go and directly put a vote for the person. Okay, so this was all about the lesson. In today's session, we have discussed about the government, why it is important. We have discussed about the houses of parliament. We have discussed about legislative assembly and legislative assembly constituencies. We have discussed about in brief about the elections. We have discussed about the elections for MLA. In the next session, we are going to discuss about the formation of government. Okay, I hope you have all understood this part of lesson very well. We'll meet up in the next upcoming class. Till then, bye children. Thank you. Have a nice day.